Hillary Clinton's email scandal is casting an ever-darkening shadow over her campaign, and the impact of the controversy is starting to show at her campaign events and certainly in her poll numbers.
Democratic rival Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders appears to be the beneficiary of Clinton's slip, a fact his campaign is more than happy to point out. Syndicated columnist, Fox News contributor Cal Thomas is here. Great to see you, Cal.
Nice to be seen.
All right, we want to start out with one of these latest polls. This is out of Iowa, and it shows that she has lost about a third of her support over the last few months there in Iowa. Bernie Sanders closing into, I believe, within about 7 points of her there, 37%, 30%. Joe Biden's not even in, and he's in double digits at 14%. What does it say to you about the long-term ability of Mrs. Clinton to hang on as the nominee?
Well, the Des Moines Register, of course, is a very credible newspaper, and that's their poll, and I think should be taken seriously. But look, nobody likes Hillary Clinton. I have not found anybody.
Well, 37% of people.
Well, they're for her, but they see her as a vehicle to political power. But if you talk to people who know her, and her favorability ratings are low and falling for a reason. It's one reason that Debbie Wasserman Schultz, the chair of the DNC, has limited the Democrat debate so far to 4 because when she doesn't speak, her numbers go up, and when she does, her numbers go down. And I think former Governor Martin O'Malley of Maryland is right that the fix is in. And I mean, he said that at the DNC meeting in Minneapolis with Schultz sitting right there with not a very pleasant look on her face.
Yeah, did you see their little interchange when he walked off the stage? Yeah. And she was not too happy about that.
I was going to say, I think he may be off the Hanukkah card list at this point.
Yeah,
probably so.
Yeah, probably not going to invite him over for Thanksgiving dinner. But when we look at what we're seeing out of Hillary Clinton, obviously her campaign is watching these poll numbers fall precipitously. But we're now seeing this new rhetoric out of her when she made those quips at Ed Henry. I'm only going to answer one question because that's what you're entitled to. Called some GOP candidates terrorists and compared them to ISIS and that kind of stuff. This is a very different, much more angry person. Is it a sign of desperation?
Well, I think it is. In my experience is when you start calling people names, you've lost the debate. And to call Republicans terrorists, I mean, I would say that those people who are pro-choice and won't limit abortion, even up to the moment of live birth, are terrorists when it comes to the unborn. So slinging labels around and calling people names is not going to win you many fans or many votes.
Well, we also have this word cloud this week where people were asked what words they identify with her. When you think about it, they weren't very flattering because at the top of the list you had things like liar, untrustworthy, deceitful, those kinds of things. And based on how much she's been pushed on the email story and how her language has shifted a bit and changed on it, it seems like maybe that story and some other issues are really taking hold.
Well, credibility is like virginity. Once you've lost it, it's hard to get back. She is Bill Clinton without the charm. Bill, of course, in 1992 lost in New Hampshire and was able to come back. I think if this Des Moines Register poll is right, and clearly the momentum right now is with Bernie Sanders, and if she either loses or comes very close to winning in Iowa and then loses in New Hampshire, which is a distinct possibility with Bernie Sanders coming from the neighboring state of Vermont, she's in real trouble because the next one's South Carolina.
Even more trouble. All right, Cal Thomas, appreciate you being here. We will see how it plays out over the next
do you think it means Bernie Sanders is the guy?
No more than Donald Trump. But look, it's August. We're having fun. This is a month where mostly they're supposed to be on vacation and nobody worrying about politics.
We can talk about word clouds. It's great.
Now, this is fabulous for people like us. Not for the country, maybe, but we're making a living.
We are not on vacation. Well, we are here for you, the viewer.
Exactly. Yeah. This is the August team.
Thanks, Cal.
Thanks, Cal.
Thank you.
Coming up. Bringing down the house. Why Denver officials chose to blow up this rather large building. Plus, a close call as a surfer has a scary encounter with a great white shark.